Hello everyone, my name is McKenna Sims and today I'm going to be delivering an interpersonal communication training module. Alright, let's dive right into it. So let's start with the introduction. So this manual is designed to enhance your interpersonal communication skills in various contexts, including both professional and personal environments. As trainees, you are encouraged to thoroughly read through the manual and grasp the overall structure and flow of the module, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of the content. Remember, active participation is key. You should engage in the training by taking part in discussions and activities and contributing your thoughts to the experience. The purpose of this training module is to equip you with essential skills for effective communication in a variety of interpersonal scenarios. You will learn both verbal and nonverbal cues, enhance your active listening skills, empathize with others, and develop constructive conflict management skills. By the end of this module, the goal is to demonstrate improved skills in active listening, understanding, and use verbal and nonverbal communications effectively and constructively resolving conflicts. All right, let's get into topic one. Topic one is going to be verbal and nonverbal communication. So, verbal communication is the use of words to convey a message. Every day we use verbal communication, whether it be in the classroom, the workplace, or when conversing with a stranger we pass while walking down the street. The effectiveness of this can vary greatly. According to the Social Skills Center, the effectiveness will depend on the receiver's listening skills as well as several verbal communication skills, such as the volume of your voice, the tone you use, the clarity of your speech, and the caliber of the words you use. Nonverbal communication is when we communicate without using words. We're using body language, gestures, facial expressions, and the tone of our voices. Nonverbal communication often conveys more meaning than verbal communication and can consist of facial expressions, body language, gestures, eye contact, touch, etc. So let's talk about some nonverbal things that we may experience in our day-to-day lives. Like a personal story of mine, I was having maybe an issue behind the bar because I'm a bar manager with one of the other bartenders. I used to be just a coworker and I was promoted to manager. And when I would give instruction to my now employees, non-verbally, they would roll their eyes or shrug their shoulders or, have clenched faces. So non-verbally, they are telling me they don't want to take direction from me because they still feel as if I am their coworker and not their boss. So non-verbally, that's telling me that there's something there that I need to work on and communicate with them better to help them understand. So now we're going to have an activity. We're going to break into small groups. You will engage in a role-play scenario to practice your verbal and nonverbal communication skills. In this scenario, a project manager has sent an email to a team member regarding a recent report submission. The email was supposed to provide constructive feedback. The team member perceived the email to be overly critical and harsh. There will be a face-to-face meeting to discuss. All right, so after you have completed this training activity, there's a few things I want you to think about. So, what does the tone of your partner's voice sound like? Are you both speaking clearly? Now, focus on their facial expressions. What do they look like? How are they gesturing? After the activity, I want you to have an open discussion with your partner. How did you feel during the activity? Now I want you both to reflect. Moving on to topic 2, active listening. Active listening is a key skill in interpersonal communication involving listening attentively and empathetically to truly understand what the other person is saying. Active listening techniques include nodding, summarizing what someone may have said to you, eye contact, and asking clarifying questions. Active listening is important because it keeps us engaged positively while making the other person feel heard and valued. This skill is the foundation of a successful conversation in any setting. So let's talk about active listening. In my personal life, let's talk about a time that I felt someone wasn't actively listening to me. Behind the bar, while I'm bartending and bar managing, many times when it gets hectic and I am having to correct someone or say, hey, you could work on your flow better by doing this, or having your bar back tidied and organized, and they're just like going and not really thoroughly listening to what I'm saying. They're not actively listening. So that's an example of how not being an active listener can interfere with proper communication. Now, I'm going to have you guys break into small groups for an activity. You're going to do another role play scenario. So let's say you have person A and person B. Person A will have a new job offer that provides higher pay, but person A will have to move to a different state. The opportunity is an excellent decision, but involves several personal challenges and uncertainties. Person A is discussing the dilemma with person B, their colleague. Person B is an active listener. Now, after your role play scenario, I want you to analyze your partner. What active listening skills are you observing? Have an open discussion at the end. Did you and your partner communicate effectively? Did they show empathy and understanding of your situation? Now, after we do that, we're going to move on to topic 3, conflict resolution. This is a big one. Conflict resolution is the process of resolving a dispute or a disagreement. Strategies for resolving conflict resolution include identifying underlying issues, finding common ground, and negotiating solutions. When conflict is not managed correctly, it can cause an immense amount of harm. When conflict is handled positively, conflict provides an opportunity to strengthen the bond between people. Learning conflict resolution can help resolve differences in a healthy way while building a healthy relationship. So, conflict resolution. Let me think about a time where I had to deal with a disagreement. Let's say a customer at my bar felt like they didn't get the best service that they could have had. Their steak came out twice, overcooked, they're upset, they're hungry. Instead of me getting frustrated with them and saying, well, you didn't give me your order correctly the right time, you gave me the wrong temperature, or you ordered the wrong sides, I'm going to find a positive way to communicate with them, listen to them, understand. I'm going to empathize with them, and I'm going to work with them to find a solution to make them happy and also make me happy. We're going to work through the conflict, make sure that we are both on a positive level with one another. So we're going to break up into small groups again for another activity. You and your team member are going to be working on a critical project with a tight deadline. Person A is in charge of the initial phase, and person B handles the subsequent phase. Person A is behind, which is going to impact person B and their ability to start the project. This delay could make your team miss the deadline. Now, this is a really stressful situation, which can create a lot of conflict. So after you do your scenario, I want you to think about a few things. What conflict resolution skills are you utilizing? Are you understanding each other's perspective? Are you both communicating your concerns respectfully? Are you working together to find a solution that addresses both the deadline and workload issues? Reflect on how you felt during the activity and have an open discussion. Now that we have worked through this module, as you research the end of the manual on an interpersonal communication skills training, the goal is to enhance your understanding and effectiveness in all forms of interpersonal interactions. Mastering effective communication is highly important, not just as a professional skill, but as a vital aspect of successful relationships and personal fulfillment. It's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about embracing a commitment to develop your ability and to connect and communicate with others effectively. Thank you.